Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on fire. Time for a girl on fire. Time for a
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I'm trying something different since I'm back at work, aka alive and doing YouTube. I've been testing something out for audio today. In fact, we have a funny video of me testing that out, which I'll just show you a still shot of. But if you can hear me okay, let me know. I hopefully will be a bit louder than I have been in the past, but the audio is breaking up. Sounds like shit. Perfect. Okay, 1 minute. Hmm. Pause. Pause.
That will be better. Give it a moment. It is the best we can do. Was the audio, the music audio okay when we played in, or was it also choppy? Question. We should be back to normal now. Actually, wait. We should be back to normal now. So the music was okay. I will still show you the still shot of me finding that out earlier as I worked on it. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Give me 1 second. Now it's in German. Ich liebe dich. Where the fuck was that? Where was it? Where was it? Well, I can't find it now. Anyways, doesn't matter, but I hope everybody's doing well today. You know what the reality is? I like the sound of my own voice. Who would have fucking guessed that? So we'll be fine like this. I couldn't hear myself anyways. I hope everybody's doing well today. It is indeed Tuesday, and it's TPO Tuesday. We have ourselves 2 different TPO hearings that we're going to watch from none other than Thurston County. So, let's get going on that, shall we? Where were they? Oh, you guys are so sweet. You like the sound of my voice too? I just wanted to be able to talk over the judge without being fucking interrupted all the time. Sorry, I still have to fix one more thing. I need to fix one more thing. Give me 2 seconds. Because also, I think my other computer is still on. Oh, no, don't do that. We just played this video and it worked. Right? It was working. Here we go.
Thurston County District Court is now in session. Judge Brett Butler presiding.
Yeah, Judge Brett Butler.
Good morning. This is Thurston County District Court. Our protection order calendar for Monday, the 10th of February. No one in the courtroom. Some folks appearing remote. These proceedings are being live streamed on YouTube to increase public access. All right, folks, first thing we'll do is find out who's here. When I call your name, if you would unmute, let me know you're present, and then go back to being muted. Michael Elm. A response. Daniel Wisnat. No response. Bonnie Holland.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here.
Thank you. Kathy Rinchak.
I'm here.
Thank you. And Cody Saunders. No response. Nicole Mueller.
I'm here, sir.
Thank you. And Angela Ronaldo.
Lorenzo Leone from Miss Ronaldo requesting a continuance.
Thank you. And Kayla Jones.
Here via Zoom.
Thank you. And Paige Knight.
I'm here.
Thank you. Jeffrey Eden. No response. And William Pardee. No response. All right, Ms. Mueller, if you would unmute, please. Mr. Leone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And you're making a request for continuance on what basis?
This is a new case. Miss Ronaldo contacted us on Thursday. I have not had the opportunity to prepare a response for her, and I was expecting her to be here today, but she is not here. And this is a very voluminous file. I'm sure Your Honor has noticed that there is a significant amount of material for me to go through. So I think I'm just requesting to come back in 2 weeks on the 24th, though it's a large file. I believe we can get a response in on time.
And Ms. Mueller, anything you want to say?
Is it possible that I can get a temporary order in process, sir? I know that Ms. Ronaldo has evaded law enforcement to extend her service, and so which I can prove, and so I think that she had more than ample time to ultimately get served, and so I would at least appreciate a temporary restraining order or anti-harassment order put in place, and I'd like to return to work right now. Miss Ronaldo has refused to allow me to return to work, and I'm on unpaid leave for 10 days, and I need to get paid. I need to work and support my family.
Oh God, we all need to get paid, ma'am. What is going on here? I'm confused. How is a restraining order going to let her go back to work? Ma'am, I would suggest looking for another job. That would be my first suggestion.
All right. The decision to enter an order or not enter an order isn't based on timing. It's not based on a delay in proceedings. It's whether there's a substantive basis for entering the order. And frankly, I agree with Judge Meyer, having reviewed the documents, that I don't see a basis for entering the order. What I see here is allegations of a workplace that Ms. Mueller, that you find harassing. But I frankly don't believe that that's a basis for the entry of an anti-harassment order. That this statute is not meant to address those types of situations. You may have to proceed with other action. You may have to hire counsel. You may have to sue your employer if you believe that there's workplace harassment going on. That's really where I believe this is to be. And I'm quite confident that's why Judge Meyer did not issue a temporary order and why I won't issue a temporary order. I don't think this statute is appropriate for that.
Okay.
I think
so
you're going to have to pursue other.
Don't I have a right to work in a safe work environment. I mean, that's where I'm really struggling is that, repeatedly after I filed my initial complaint of harassment and sexual harassment,
Mhm.
you know,
Right. I
it-
read what you filed, so
yes,
I understand the frustration you feel. What I'm telling you is you've chosen the wrong way to address it. This statute is not meant to address that situation. You may
okay,
have to file an employment discrimination complaint, an employment harassment complaint. But that's different than this. This is
okay,
this is not that at all. So
okay,
uh, unless you're telling me that Ms. Ronaldo is, you know, calling you at home and texting you at home and saying she's going to come over and, you know, do something bad to you. That's not what I saw in there at all. It's what
no,
the nature
no,
of the
she's
employment
right.
relationship.
And she's essentially harming me because she's not allowing me to return to work. She's placed me on unpaid leave for 10 days. She refused to have me return to work when I was on FEMLA for 16 days. And so for me, I'm like, when does this stop? Like
Correct.
when, I mean, it's so frustrating that she's allowed to harass and harm. And, I have to pay my mortgage, Your Honor.
Right. No, I understand all the issues you face with this. I understand that's very frustrating for you, and not more than frustrating. I understand it's causing you significant issues. This is just the wrong forum to address it. I think you may have to seek counsel and file a lawsuit,
Yeah.
and that's the way you can address this. It is not in this fashion.
Okay. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Yeah. So that's why Judge Meyer didn't issue an order. Honestly, if I were at that first hearing, I would have said, no, I won't issue an order. And plus, I would not have set it for a hearing. I would have just told you that I don't think this is the appropriate statute under which you need to proceed. It's
Okay.
not, doesn't mean in any way your allegations are untrue. It's not a reflection of that. It's just, this is not the right means of addressing those allegations.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm not going to set it for another hearing.
Okay.
And we'll just dismiss the hearing, but you want to consider filing employment actions as opposed to an anti-harassment statute.
Okay.
Action.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Mueller.
Thank you for the court's time.
Thank you, Mr. Leone.
The big D, you guys. That was just a big D we got. A fucking dismissal, denial.
Okay. How do I get out?
Duh. Now what's next? Now we still have two
You're free
more
to go,
cases.
Ms. Mueller.
You're free to go, Miss Mueller. Look for another job. I feel bad for her though, but seriously. Probably hire a lawyer. Right? Right? Also, we've seen Kathy Jo before. I'm almost positive that we have seen Kathy Jo before. Yeah, I'm talking about you, lady. What are you side-eyeing me for? Hi, Casey Carey, 73. Naybell, that should be a command. If it's not already, it should be. It should be. I know there's one that says try. Oh, that's in the hunt or whatever. It says like try getting a lawyer next time. There are many, many commands that we forget. Like, for example, exclamation mark gobble, one of my favorites. Exclamation mark, was it Sunday or Thursday? That's another one. Might be Monday. No, Monday is about the job, I think. Okay, I have to go turn off whatever is on my other computer. The dude just said, fucking douche. I don't know what it is. I will report back, but I'm going to leave this unpaused and go turn that off. Hi, Hector.
All right, Kayla Jones, Paige Knight, both activate your audio and videos, please.
Oh, Kayla, that's a bad cough, honey.
All right, if
Believe
you would
me.
both raise your right hands for me. Swear that testimony in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do. I do.
Thank you.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Parson. These two women are fighting about a man, as usual. It's always about a man and his cock. Ostensibly. And remember, we call this judge buffering, or judge, did I pause it because he takes so long?
And Ms. Knight, do you have a protection order out of Superior Court against Ms. Jones? Is that right?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And is the case in Superior Court ongoing? Are there further hearings scheduled?
No, there's not.
Has the case been resolved?
With a 5-year protection order.
And so Whitney and Lanny J, who are protected under the terms of that order, are they your children this night?
Yes, they are.
And what's the situation between, and who's the father? Is the father Ms. Jones's boyfriend?
No, her ex-boyfriend. No, he's not.
Okay, so are the children that are subject to the Superior Court order children that Ms. Jones would have contact with?
Not any longer, no.
Okay.
Congratulations, Vicky. 2 weeks smoke free, baby. That's awesome. That is awesome work. Good job. Now, Miss Kayla. So these two ladies dated the same man, and one of them has a 5-year protection order against the other. That's a little crazy already. That's already some serious shit. What a life to live. Protection order to protection order. Person to person. Fighting your damn way through life. Judge just reading all the Facebook messages back and forth, I bet. It's always Facebook. It's always Facebook. Now Vicky got egg money because she's not spending on smokes. That's smart, Vicky. Plus, you'll want to eat more. Eggs are cheap
Ms.
here.
Jones, you have protection order regarding Ms. Knight's boyfriend, is that right?
There are two of them. There's one out of Superior Family Court for 10 years, and there's one out of, it's a criminal case for 5 years for domestic violence assault.
Okay.
By cheap, I mean $4 a dozen, $4.20 on a dozen. So that's what cheap is to me. I just did my Walmart grocery order, by the way, because at least on our Walmart, you can get $15 or $20 off if you do an online order. So I just always order it online. And I got 2 cases of pop. Oh, because we're not paying GST. Did I buy 1 egg like I bought 1 banana before? No, but I did order 6 bananas today. Still frightened I'm gonna get 6 bunches. Um. Uh-oh. Bill's on a backup. Walmart's out of eggs. We are not out of eggs, but I did not put them on my list. I did buy 2 pounds of butter. I've price checked the butter. $5.78 a pound Canadian. Again, 2 pounds of butter seems like it's just a lot to me, but I'm doing a lot of baking. I also bought a kilo of chocolate chips, humble brag. You know, swear to God, Judge. Look at her. She's fucking tired. Look at Kayla over here. A kilo of chocolate chips for $14. But that's because I'm making a lot of cookies. Almost all the cookies I made yesterday, and I made 6 dozen. No, 6 dozen, not 6 dozen. 6 dozen cookies, so 72 cookies. Way more than half are gone. Way more
All
than
right.
half. Oh, Judge. Also, those are our
Ms.
Walmart
Knight, you have a
invoices, too.
protection order against Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones indicates in her affidavit that you come to her house, you go to her workplace, you were trying to get information about her. Your response?
That's not true.
You don't go to her house
I
or drive by her house or sit in the car outside of her house?
not to I go to the doctor right near her house is my primary doctor, so if she has seen me around there, it is probably due to that.
Okay, so your answer to my question is no. You don't sit outside of her house. You don't surveil her. You don't look to see who's there. You don't have any contact with Ms. Jones in that regard at all. Is that your answer?
Yes, I don't do that.
The only reason you're in the neighborhood is when you go to your physician?
The physician, yeah, she lives near Target over there, and it's like a very busy area in West Side Olympia. I see this doctor at Seymour, which is near her residence.
Okay, Ms. Jones?
There is no doctor's office in the parking lot of my apartment complex. Since she had started dating my ex, She was granted the no contact order over allegations that she had made against me. And since it's been in place, I have not broken it. I haven't had any sort of contact with her, anybody. I haven't met, seen, nothing with her kids, nothing. There, she got with my ex, and he is a very abusive alcoholic. There are the two orders that are in place. And it's just a very muddied mess at this point. It's become spiteful and vengeful. And now it's being taken out on me because I'm not really sure. There, she wrote her own police report. She has been talking to my mother, and part of the reason that she was granted her no contact order was because she submitted messages between her and my mother, where my mother threatened her and her children. And now she's in contact with her to try to gain personal information about me. I had my address listed as confidential. And so her and her boyfriend, my ex, are reaching out to family members to get this confidential information. And now I don't even want to be here anymore. Um, she wrote, uh, she drove by with her brother, and initially the official police report said that she drove by with her boyfriend, and then she called him and changed it because I think they realized that he was going to get in trouble.
He was gonna get in trouble, not like Nigel, who's been around for 4 months. Thank you so much, Nigel. And glad to see you. Hi, Lindsay. Nice to see you as well. Ma'am, I'm confused. But Mike is right about one thing. This dude is double dipping his dick in crazy.
Now the brother's saying that they were at Target. You can't see my apartment building, like my apartment, from Target. You would have to physically drive through my parking lot in order to see where I park. Like, I have a paid parking spot. You cannot see it from the road. There is no CMAR within the vicinity of my parking complex. She has no reason to go to my place of work. I work at a child care facility, where my children go as well. There's no reason for it. She has gotten her boyfriend's mother to write statements. She has reported, or apparently her boyfriend's mother reported photos of my daughter for child pornography, that she also talked to the detective, and the detective spoke to me and said that there was, to take it down, but there wasn't going to be anything going forward, that someone had ulterior motives. She testified in court against my other daughter's father, stating that I was a dangerous person, and my daughter got removed from my custody based on part of the testimony that.
Oh, wow. That just got real serious real fast. And Carol thinks Paige is fucking with Kayla. Are you getting that vibe from Paige, Carol? And again, where is the proof? Where is the proof? The proof is in the pudding. And I love how Target is brought into this. It's always about Target.
That Miss Knight gave. That had nothing to do with her. She's never met that child. Like, she's just inserting herself into my life now, even after she was granted a protection order, because she fears for her safety. If she fears for her safety, there's no reason for her to be driving around my residence or involving herself in my life. And I'm just asking for the same respect. I don't want her involved anymore. I have abided by the order that was put against me, and I have tried to move on. I moved. I've done the things that I know that I need to do. And she's making it more difficult for I don't know whatever reason. And I just want it to stop. I can't move forward if she's still inserting herself in mine and my kids' lives.
So do you have any photos of her parked in the parking lot of your apartment complex or
No,
anything else?
there's the police report that stated that she was driving around in the parking lot with, first it was her boyfriend and then it was her brother, to show someone where to serve paperwork to me. That my address, after she got it from my mother, can be used for GPS. There's no reason that she needs to be driving around pointing out my address or looking for my vehicle.
I got English muffins in my grocery order. I got.
And I didn't write that.
Okay, so other than the incident that's referred to back in October or January rather, where Mr. Carter was going to serve you, does she appear in your parking lot on other occasions?
There have been two that I have seen, her brother's car and her in a hooded sweatshirt or like coat or something in the park that I've seen by my mailboxes. But I have not been served any paperwork since the initial time, and they ended up serving me at my workplace, not at my apartment.
Okay, so they're coming to your work.
Kayla's mid cough and I'm mid thank you to Christopher Engleby. Wow, that's so sweet. You're so fine. You made me forget my pickup line. I love how it rhymes. Thank you, Christopher.
Workplace, same thing. Is it around the service issue or is it outside of that they come to your workplace?
And I think initially it was the service issue. I did get served papers by her brother, and then there was two other times where I saw the vehicle driving and just went back inside instead of going to my vehicle, and I wasn't served any paperwork that day. And I called campus security to ask if if they had video surveillance, and they do not. And they suggested getting a like dash cam or car cam for my vehicle. And that if I thought that they were out there, to have someone go to my vehicle with me.
I forgot the white chocolate for the white chocolate
Right.
brownies. I did. I forgot the fucking white chocolate. Damn, lady, you sick. Take a break. You need to take a week off when you're sick like I did. It sucks because I have no money, but that's the way it is. And Kathy Joe is pissed down there. Who's she yelling at? Judge? Judge? Costco chicken is okay. Good to
And
know.
Ms. Knight, you were present in the parking lot of the apartment complex with your brother to show your brother where Ms. Jones lived. Is that correct?
What actually happened was we were going to Target. You can see the apartment complex from the Target parking lot. I wasn't even entirely sure that was her apartment. It was just, I assumed that was it. And I pointed it out. And my brother, when we were leaving, we were taking a right, he decided to turn into the apartment complex. That's when I saw the vehicle and made that police report. It was like you took a left in, and then I had him leave, but I looked and I saw that truck there parked there. And there is the protection orders with Kayla and Brian Madison, and also one that includes their daughter, my partner's daughter and Kayla's daughter. So I was only concerned for their safety when that report was made. And I later learned that she had invited him back in the home. So that's really what happened.
the Sickness Recovery Fund NPC, thank you so much. That is so very sweet and very much appreciated. And you know, who does have time to sit there and look out the window all day long? I don't even sit and look out the window. I'm like busy on my computer, I'm busy on my phone. I'm busy when I'm at home alone. Oh, that rhymed. Woo! Also, our Costco's quite far out of, it's like not in my, technically in my city. It's like in the next part. But by American standards, it's still very, very close. But I don't go very often because I don't have a Costco card anymore. And because I don't drive very much anymore. So, yeah. But I think part of me, I don't know, YouTube daddy thinks I need to see about people's Costco hauls on my algorithm all the time. I'm always watching Costco hauls for some reason. Why? Why? Why?
And my
Okay.
doctor's office is within 1,000 feet of her residence. I measured it on Google because I have to go to the doctor and I did not want to break this temporary order.
You cannot see my parking spot from the road.
You can see her apartment complex from the road. I wasn't specifying her parking spot.
You drive me crazy too, Christopher.
Okay.
Thank you.
In this case, it appears to me that the appearance in the parking lot was not a continuing surveillance of Ms. Jones. Ms. Knight, I agree with Ms. Jones. You may be, I can understand from her perspective why it looks like you're being pretty intrusive in her life. You have a protection order against her, and you want to be interested in staying a long way away from her. So you should act that way. I'm going to find in this case that the service or that the initial concerns raised by Ms. Jones or Ms. Knight participating in some aspect of the service to get the protection order. So I'm not going to find that it was meant for harassment purposes. Ms. Jones, I can't do anything about what Ms. Knight says to other people, whether she files reports with police or with the court or makes allegations that are untrue about you. Can't do anything about that. It's going to be up to those agencies to decide whether they want to respond to anything that Ms. Knight says. Ms. Knight, you have heard how uncomfortable Ms. Jones is with the sense that you are spying on her and your presence is threatening to her. So you have a protection order against Ms. Jones. I would strongly urge you to act like you have a protection order against her and stay a long way away. I'm going to deny the order in this case because I don't see that it's at this point evidence that it was meant to be harassing.
So everything that she's done since the protection order is just, she's legally allowed to continue to drive by my work and my apartment. And
Ms. Jones, I'm not going to argue this. She's told me it happened twice. I don't think it's, and to me, it seems it's related to the service issue. I'm going to drop that. I'm not going to proceed on that because I think that wasn't intended to be harassing. You certainly took it as harassing. I understand that. But it hasn't continued on a regular basis. And so I'm not satisfied that there's a basis for me to issue a protection order. I've made clear to Ms. Knight that if it continues, and that's why I asked if you have photos of her in your parking lot, I would suggest you take those if she shows up out there. She doesn't have any reason to be there. I understand that. And Ms. Knight, I strongly suggest you not go there.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Denied, denied, denied. Look at that. Oh, don't make fun of me. He's making fun of me. And then he just said, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, which is what I would say normally. I am live. All right, so there's our first or second dismissal of the night. Judge is on a dismissal dynamic tonight. Let's call it that. Dynamic dismissal evening. Also, I don't want to cook. I already ordered the groceries and I gotta go pick them up later. I don't want to cook. I don't want to cook. I want pizza. I would like a whole pizza. Oh, was that me? Was that you? Who was that? That was not me. I swear, that was not any of my vibrating devices. I swear, it was not anything for down there. And I swear that the judge is taking all his time. Now I'm just singing to aggravate him because he hates it when I sing. I know you guys probably do too, so I have to balance that. Probably going to mute here, sing exceptionally loud, exceptionally bad. And then we'll go from there. Judge, could you take over for a minute? Judge. Kathy Joe's tired. I'm tired. But we're doing the 2 cases, so let's get moving. Could ya? Would ya? Please? Also, have we seen anybody cross behind the judge yet? That is on your bingo card, most likely. Somebody pushing the judge's chair with their gut. Along with a ceiling fan. Blurred out. Oh, yeah, I am going to show the stuff you sent. Bill? Come on, let me grab it. I'm going to have to take a
Ms.
picture
Holland,
of
Ms.
the mirror
Winchak,
somehow.
we'll
Hold on
activate your
now,
audio and
Judge!
videos, please.
Hold on! Judge, I've just gotten into... I'm deciding to show this. Bill has made me these absolutely lovely... Oh, don't do that! He's showing me his butt. Don't! Anyways, look at these. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody does. They're talking about the coasters. They're not talking about your butt. He thinks that people want to see his butt. That's my roommate, in case you don't know. Anyway, shut up! So Bill, thank you so much. I'm not telling you to shut up. These are so cute. And look, that's the logo. And they are 3, I think, how did you make these? Machining them, Bill? And then this is very cool. Very prized possession has become already. This is in like a slate stone. I love it so much. It's got these little things on the back. It's 3D printed. And it's amazing. 3D printed. And then this one is so great. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. This is so great. My daughter was so impressed. He was impressed, even though he's pretending that he's more interested in butts. But reality was the slate and the mirror were done with a laser. Okay, and then this is the mirror, but it's hard to show the mirror. I tested this. But that's me in the mirror. Oh, there we go, sort of. It's already got fingerprints and drugs. I mean, never drugs, just fingerprints on it. Oh, and I love how you included my cleavage, Bill. Thank you so much. That's me printed on the mirror. That's so great. So cool. My daughter was like in a bit of disbelief, to be honest. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, Bill sent that to me. It's so great. I love it. Love, love, love it. Excellent cleavage pic. Excellent picture altogether. Captures my eyebrow. I love it. Thank you again, Bill. One day, hopefully, we'll get so big that we can contract Bill to make merch like this. Amazing. I know Mikey and Creed got one, and I am so thankful for your hard work and the love that went into these. Thank you so much. They're on proper display right in my office, or studio, whatever we call it. I love it. Next time he butt shows me, I should show it in the mirror. That's a good point. Okay, thanks for sticking in there, guys. Let's continue this case, and thank you again, Bill. Very nice work and so appreciated. Really, really, really nice to have something really special like that. Your laser went kablooey. Ah, wasn't my fault. Although I'm hard on stuff. Yay, yay, yay.
All right.
I just have audio.
Okay. If you both raise your right hands for me. You swear the testimony in this case
Yes.
to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, I heard Ms. Holland, Ms. Rinchak.
You. Sorry, my
Okay,
name.
there we go. All right, and Ms. Holland, you take
Yes.
care of Ms. Rinchak's father, is that right?
No, she does not.
I did when he was here. He's been since sent to the hospital, and as far as I've been informed, he's now at her home, and we have had no contact with him. We have not been allowed to speak with him or anything, and we've been worried, and we've been trying to get in touch with him.
Okay, but if he's under Ms. Rinchak's care, what's your interest in that?
Because when I'm here, I'm his caretaker. He spoke to Adult Protective Services, and he told them that he did not want to be around her.
Oh,
Okay,
And
so who are you hired by? Adult Protective Services?
no, him.
Okay. And is it just, how did you get hired? Is there a written contract between the two of you?
No, there's not. I do have a letter signed by Michael stating that I do live here with my son. He asked me to take care of him when I was here when we met. I was moving in here for a residence to take care of my son, and all that, and it just came about that he asked me to help. And he had to go to the hospital, and he's not. I haven't heard from him since.
Okay. All right, Ms. Rinchak.
my father is currently in my home on hospice care. He went to the hospital because of bed sores, because he had not been being taken care of. And she is not a hired caregiver. He had a caregiver
There is a
through
daycare, yeah.
an agency. It was paid through the VA, and I have spoken with Adult Protective Services, and there has been multiple other reports made by the VA and people at the hospital about the care that he received there with them. Miss Holland was staying at my dad's house as a friend of my brother. My brother passed away on the 19th, and this was all, me and Bonnie had no issues. I have text messages where I've thanked her for helping while we were getting things situated, to where she then had some gentleman come to the house with paperwork, and in that paperwork, the process server has never even filed that he served the paperwork. My son is Cody Saunders. He's not here because he was never served.
Okay.
There's like 15 people living on my father's property, and at this time,
That is untrue.
taking things out of the property.
That is untrue.
All right, so Ms. Rinchak, where you live, does that have any proximity to where Ms. Holland resides?
I'm in Puyallup. She lives in my father's home. He wants to die at home. I can't take him home because they're there.
Okay. And you said he's in hospice care right now?
Yeah. He's got cancer into his bones.
Okay.
It started with a bladder mass that has progressed into his bones. The only person that I had any verbal altercation with on the property was my brother's girlfriend. And that was because I showed up on the evening of the 20th after I had been informed that my brother died the night before, and asked why nobody had called to let me know he had passed away, or to let me know that my father had been there all day with no family.
All right.
Your Honor,
Ms. Holland, go
when
ahead.
her brother Greg, excuse me,
Say, go ahead.
when her brother Greg died, we are not the ones responsible for calling her Randy, and there was other family members that were informed, and they were the ones who were supposed to let her know. We did not have her phone number. I had never seen her or met her. She had never been here to visit her father since I've been here, which has been a year.
I was there on the 12th, and she
and
lied
there's
to me
other
and told me
people.
my husband was at the casino with my brother
Ms.
in the
Rinchak,
hospital.
Ms. Rinchak, don't interrupt, please. You just wait till I ask you to say something. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Holland.
I had never met her until the day that she showed up after her brother passed away. When she did show up, she was intoxicated. Her son was intoxicated, and her husband was intoxicated. They busted into the garage, which is a living space for her brother and his girlfriend, and she started screaming and yelling at people. I calmed her down, told her that I had no way of getting in touch with her, anything like that. And yes, I was very polite and nice with her. She had a gun with her. Her son, she called her and forced her, was pretty much intimidating people going around. Her husband didn't say or do anything. And they threatened to put her brother's girlfriend in the pond, which is there's a pond out back on the property. They continued to get more belligerent as they're here drinking more and more. They were here for quite a while. Her son attacked somebody here on the property. There's multiple things on what Adult Protective Services came in investigating her for mental abuse on her father. He talked to them. He told them that he wanted me here taking care of him, and that he did not want her or her son to be here on the property. He did that himself. No one else spoke for him. When he left to go to the hospital, he was not covered in bed sores. He had one bed sore, and that was from him refusing to get up and eat and things like that. And that is why we called and had him, the ambulance, and had him looked at, because we were worried about him. Since he was called and been put in the hospital, we have had no contact. She went to the hospital, and she made it to where we could not find out anything, including his daytime caregiver and their company. He was not allowed to speak to him or see him. We have been giving absolutely no information. Michael, he wants to be here. That is his wish. He wants to die in his home. He can be brought back here by the ambulance, transportation, by anybody else, but her because of the way she acted when she was here. And her father said he did not want her here. That is why I went in for the protection order. I should have went in and put in a vulnerable adult order. I didn't really know anything about it until I started doing the protection order for me. Otherwise, I would have put in a vulnerable adult protection order. Adult protective services, they were called. They have to be called. And I've spoken with them. And she's the one who is under investigation. We are very worried about Mike. Very worried. There's nobody on this property taking anything from him. The only people who have showed up here have been people that she has sent here to take things like his paperwork. When she was here, she tried to take his bank card. She took his files, his will. I mean, everything like that. And her brother's daughter came to get some of her dad's belongings. That is all. No one here has done any.
Ms. Holland, let me ask you some questions. The home you're residing in is yours? Do you rent there?
No.
What's the story?
It is Michael Saunders' home. I do pay to rent here, but then I started taking care of him for rent.
Okay. And do you have a rental contract?
No, I do not. All I have is a letter for the school district stating that I live here and things like that, signed by him. There is no rental contract, no.
Why the school district?
Because they needed to have an address, verification for address and the place of residence.
Well, yeah, but why the school district? Do you have a child going to school there?
Yes, my son. I have a 7-year-old son.
Oh, okay. So the school district wanted to know where you were residing.
Yes.
All right. But you have no familial relationship to Mr. Saunders?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. I'm going to enter a denial on the request for the order in this case. I don't find any legal basis for you to argue that you have entitlement to see Mr. Saunders. I think your concerns about his safety and Ms. Rinchak's care you've addressed through vulnerable adult services, and that's the appropriate avenue to take, and they can do whatever investigations. They're gonna take whatever investigations they want to take on and make any determinations that they will make from that. But at this point, I'll say to Ms. Rinchak, Ms. Holmes made clear that she doesn't want to have any contact from you. Your father apparently is at your place now, so you have no basis for contacting Ms. Holland. If on behalf of the family, there's a desire to reclaim the property, you're going to have to work through legal means to do that. You can't send your grandson there to drive her out. None of that. She's living there initially with Mr. Saunders' permission, and so she has a right to be there until that's made clear legally that she doesn't. So I don't want to hear about from anybody that you or your family members are going there and harassing her. She's made that clear that happened once. I don't expect it to happen again. And you're going to take legal action if you want to reclaim the property. So that's all I'm going to say.
Family members can go there to get his belongings on his behalf, right? We got his eyeglasses and his phone and his teeth. That was all they were sent there.
I'm not issuing any order in this case, but
make sure.
Your grandson left a really negative impression when he went there. Or your son.
He brought a gun and showed me the gun.
Okay, yeah. All right, Ms. Holland, thank you. And you should not go back there. Ms. Holland's made very clear she does not want to see you, Ms. Rinchak. So
when we'll take care of the rest of it in other means. Courts.
All right, thank you. Thank you
Thank
both.
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Wow. Interesting ending. Very interesting ending. The judge will fill out his paperwork here, and we're going to say our goodbyes as well. That is it for today. Can you imagine? Quite a short docket. Carla, you've arrived just in time to say hi and goodbye. But never fear. You can always rewind and watch it again. We're not going to be here tomorrow. We will be here on Thursday for a pre-Valentine's Day celebration. So keep that in mind. It is lovely to see everybody. I hope that you are all doing well. Do me a favor, please. Please, please, please. Do me a favor. Oh, are you smiling at me, Judge? Remember that I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Judge, do you have anything else to say? You wanna play this one out, or should I just hit the music? What do you think? What do you think, Judge? What do you think? He's always almost gonna talk, and then he says nothing at all. Come on, Judge. Say bye to the people.
And that will conclude our calendar for today. Suggestion.
Always down, ready to ride.